What's up everyone, Kobanomani456 here today, presenting to you all a new playthrough for my channel, and for my father, and that is Attack on Titan, Humanity in Chains, which is a 3DS game based off the Attack on Titan anime, which is like crazy popular. So I'm pretty excited about this, and I hope you all are as well, and if so, show me, and hit that like button, and don't forget to answer the question of the day. And if you would like to enter for a chance to win a free copy of this game, make sure to follow the rules in the description below and you will have a chance to win a download version of this game. But anyway, enough of my rambling, let's go ahead and get into this. And yeah, you all saw that nice and swag Sonic background for my 3DS. I gotta say, I really like the layouts that Nintendo has added for the 3DS. Anyway, let's see, check newest version and download. I'm pretty sure we have the newest version of this game, but let's just double check to make sure. But hope you all like the template, by the way, as well, as you know, that's one reason why this video is actually going up a day later than the release of the game, because wait, what the heck? There's an update. Oh snap. Okay, so even though this came out yesterday and I updated yesterday, I have another update. But all right, here we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and start this game, and I'm gonna be quiet. And there we go. That was the intro for Attack on Titan. Seriously, one of the most hype intros ever for an anime. And I really think that's why this anime got so popular, because of just how catchy that theme is. But alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off this game. And I'm going to make a new game, as I was practicing yesterday, you know, just fooling around, you know, trying to get used to the controls and everything again, as it has been a while since I've played this. I did have the Japanese version of this game quite a while back, and I streamed it, but I thought, you know what, for the US version, let's just go ahead and do a playthrough, and I'm going to upload this as fast as possible so that it won't be, you know, days, you know, of you all waiting for the next part or whatever. We're just going to get new playthroughs out as fast as possible. That's what I'm going to be doing for the future. So just a little heads up there. But anyway, we've got 3 different stories that we can go through right now. Or actually, no, there are 5, but the only one that is available is Eren Yeager. So let's go ahead and get started.
今から100年以上前、人類は巨人の出現により絶滅の危機を迎えた。生き残った人類は3つの巨大な壁を築き、そこで100年の平和を実現させた。しかし845年、突然現れた超大型巨人および鎧の巨人によって全ての日常が壁とともに破壊された。巨人により再び蹂躙された人類はウォールマリアを放棄。活動領域はウォールローゼまで後退した。その混乱により母を亡くし、復讐を誓った少年エレンは訓練兵団に入団。その3年間は少年を兵士へと変えた。そして850年、
5年経った。人類はようやく尊厳を取り戻しつつある。勝てる。人類の反撃はこれからだ。
Okay, so that was a little cutscene there, kind of showing what's going on in the story. And with this game, it starts off where the Colossal Titan reappears, not when he actually appears for the first time. So we're just going to be continuing from there in the story in the anime. And I'm going to try my best to make sure to not give you all any spoilers on what happens afterwards, as I have been reading the manga and keeping up with that, you know, very currently. So I know a lot about what's going on, so I'm just going to keep all that to myself. Oh my god, this is so hype! Okay, so holy balls and nutsacks, we're facing off against the Colossal Titan right now. Just to let you all know, I'm going to show you all right now, but don't ever turn this game on 3D because it's going to drop frames harder than my balls dropping at the age of 15, so just, yeah, like I said, don't, okay. Alright, dodge this man's fist, oh my god, Jesus. You gotta be so on point with these dodges, so time it just right and you should be fine. We have to survive for pretty much a minute, so yeah. Okay, alright, avoid that again. But yeah, when you turn 3D on, it like cuts the frame rate in half, which is really gross. And this game doesn't really even have that high of a frame rate as it is. It sometimes looks like it's chugging it around like 20 frames per second, so... But, you know, graphics aren't all that matter. This game is pretty fun. It's just that at points it gets very repetitive because all you're doing is just the same thing over and over again. But you all will see that in a moment. I'm not going to spoil anything. Right now, we're dodging this dude. We're just curving this man because we don't love these hoes. Am I right? Of course I'm right. Alright, and there we go. Went through that completely unscathed.
You're too slow!
Ha! Got him!
Go!
Dang! Well, Colossal Titan just disappeared like my dad, so yeah, that's kind of crazy, but hey, there we go. Got that nice A+, completely perfect. So yeah, that's the highest rank in this game. It's funny, they have rankings like the Sonic series, so when I was playing this before, I was expecting like an S rank or whatever, but then when I saw A+, I was just like, oh, okay. But alright, so that was the first mission. Now we're going to go on to basic training and whatnot, and yeah, like I said, most of this video will probably be tutorials and stuff like that. And I don't know, maybe future episodes, I'll make them longer, but another cutscene.
のんきなこと言ってんじゃねえこの死に急ぎ野郎がてめえは調査兵団志望だからいつでも巨人の餌になる覚悟はできてんだろうがよ俺は明日から内地行きだったんだぞ落ち着け落ち着いて死に逃げっつうのが違う思い出せ俺たちがシェドウを吐いた3年間を
Alright, here we go. Let's do this. So, we're in the Tross district right now. It's some really awesome music. I can't recall what the song's called, but all I know is the woman goes like, keep your weapons down! But, okay, yeah, I really butchered that. Alright, so, basically press the X button, break the box, Okay, obtain the item. Alright. And you picked up a gas cylinder. Try using this item by touching the gas. Okay, yeah. And yeah, you have to be careful of your gas gauge. So go ahead and just do that really quickly. And there we go. Task cleared. Alright. Now it's going to talk about how you can move with your 3D maneuvering gear. So we need to go over to the blue beacon of light over this way. And it's weird. You look at this and you're just like, what is Aaron actually grabbing onto, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I just find this game kind of funny at times. Like, there's some things that just don't make sense about it. But like I said, the concept of it is fun, you know? It's just that it's kind of repetitive at times. But all right, so when you run out of gas, you're not okay. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, here we go. Alright, so if you want to actually expand your camera... I'm sorry, not your camera. If you want to expand the map or whatever, just tap on it and you'll find it. But alright, so come fly over this way. This game kind of reminds me of like Spider-Man or something like that. I don't know, just something about it. Like with the slinging around with your 3D maneuvering gear. Kind of reminds me of the sticky web that, you know, Spider-Man has. But anyway, alright, destinations are shown in the map on the lower screen. Okay, so oh yeah, if you press the L button, you can change the camera. So it's kind of like the Zelda series, you know, Z targeting or whatever. You can do that to center the camera. So alright, let's come over this way. But man, probably the best thing about Attack on Titan, in my opinion, is the music. Like, the music is without a doubt some of the best ever in any anime. And I wouldn't say that it has like the best intro theme or anything like that for an anime, but I've always thought that in its entirety, the soundtrack for Attack on Titan is just unbeatable. Everything about it is amazing. Like Hiroyuki, I believe, Sawano, is actually the composer for the Attack on Titan soundtrack, and he's actually working on Xenoblade Chronicle X's soundtrack, which is the really big, you know, Wii U game that's coming out later this year. So it's pretty cool to kind of see, you know, him working on more games and all that stuff. And then with Mika Kobayashi, the singer for, you know, the Attack on Titan, like, songs and whatnot, like the female. God, Jesus. All right. But enough of my nerd-gasming or whatever. Now we're going to go on to the forest. We're going to practice with our, you know, 3D maneuvering gear again. And this time we're going to practice on some Titan dummies or whatever. So we can get used to timing and everything. Alright, so see there? That nape of the neck? Alright, let's go. So what you want to do in order to target, okay, you can hold down by, you can hold down L to target onto things, and then if you want to switch, like, different targets, you can press left or right on the D-pad. I believe that's what it's going to say, but alright. There we go. Yep, there we go. It's talking about switching targets and all that stuff. Alright, now what you want to do when you're playing this game is time your attacks to go with, you want to time your attacks with the red mark. So you wait for the reticle to appear in place, and when you do that, you get yourself a nice and powerful critical hit. And you want to keep on chaining those as much as possible, so... Okay, there we go. Get that again. Alright. Get it again. There we go. Task cleared. Alright, by pressing X when the attack circle... Yep, that's what it's basically showing. So yeah, it's a good thing I did practice ahead of time so that I won't really be having too much trouble while playing this. Oh yeah, then you can break the boxes if you want to. Pick up that. Alright. Get that. Alright, razor blade obtained. Yeah, you can actually... Oh, crap, I messed it up. Okay, there we go. Alright, by moving the analog stick when the attack circle is shown, you will unleash a rotating slash. While critical hits are difficult to achieve, which they actually aren't, by the way, just to let you all know, they're extremely easy to hit, this move will ward off Titan attacks while dealing damage. Try the rotating slash 3 times. Oh, wait, maybe they must mean, like, doing critical hits with that. Ah, I see. Okay, yeah, it's actually really difficult to get critical hits with the spinning slash, but... Wait, what the heck? Hello? Okay. I need to try this again. Let's see here. Okay. Alright, that's 1. There we go. Alright, get 3 of those spinning slashes. Kind of reminds me of Sonic's Buzzsaw attack in Sonic's buzzsaw attack in Sonic and the Black Knight. Like, whenever I see that one part in the anime where Levi just rips Annie a new, like, butthole, it's just like, holy crap. He's just, like, buzzsawing through everything. But alright, so that's good to know. Get ourselves that nice A+. I'm going to try my best to just get, you know, perfect scores on each and every mission that we do. At least see how long we can actually do that. But alright, so now we're going to go on to, what does this say? Is that saying subduing Titans? Basic training? I don't know what that says. Like, the text was overlapping. But, alright, with their precise knowledge, humans are able to battle their natural enemy. They now know the method to kill the Titans, even with their regenerative abilities. It's the nape of the neck, if you all, you know, remember that in the anime and whatnot. But man, it's so hard not to actually say what happens because, like, I wish more people would actually read the manga. And I'm not one of those people who usually reads mangas. I'll just wait for the anime to come out. But has anyone else noticed how... Okay, yeah, yes, we know. Has anyone else noticed how, like, with Attack on Titan, they're really milking the nipples of that thing as hard as possible? Like, it's crazy. Alright, there we go. Get that critical hit on that. Alright. Get it again. There we go. Alright, so we just got to do this multiple times on the nape of the neck. Get it 3 times. Okay, what the heck? Hello? Alright, chill. Chill for a second, bro. Okay. But I wait for the anime to actually come before I read the manga or whatever. Because I don't want it... I don't know. I just like seeing it animated, fully animated and everything. But with Attack on Titan, they've been milking the crap out of it. Like, they're making a movie that's basically based off the first season and everything. And when did the anime come out? It came out like 2013, I think? Something like that. And the next season isn't coming out till 2016. And I'm pretty sure the manga right now has enough for there to be 3 seasons of the anime. So it's just like, Jesus Christ. Like, when are you going to actually just continue this? We already know you've made racks on racks of money with the merchandise and everything. So what's taking it so long for you to get to the 2nd season? But all I know is that I'm really excited for it. And what you all are going to see is just going to boggle your mind. It kind of goes crazy. But alright, so it's time to go on to our first battle. Cutscene time! Let's go! Alright, so he's basically seeing all these Titans that are invading into the city, and we're just gonna have to do some extermination. But it's probably gonna be a little bit difficult for me. Oh my god, holy crap, look at this freaking sumo wrestler looking thing. Okay, alright, there we go. Alright, so I did the spinning slash because if you're not careful... Alright, there we go. Kill that dude. If you're not careful while doing that, he'll actually grab you in mid-air. So that's what I did on my first time. I was just trying to avoid getting hurt there. But anyway, as I was saying, it's probably going to be a little bit difficult for me to actually... Oh, what the heck? Hello? Look at this Armin-looking dude! It's probably going to be really hard for me to commentate because this game... is just, I don't know. Like I said, you're basically just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Nothing ever changes. And god dang it. I keep mistiming this crap. Okay, here we go. Oh my god, why do I keep mistiming this? Jesus. Okay, I'm cutting too weak. And I'm just horribly butchering my timing on this. Okay, here we go. There we go. Finally a critical hit. Alright, he's dead. Alright, so let me turn direction here. The one thing I'm actually really happy about with this is that they're actually, like one thing that they're doing with this game is they actually keep the Japanese voices, which is fantastic because I honestly think the English voices are really, really bad. Aaron just sounds like he's trying too hard to be like BA, And everyone else, I think the only one I like is Armin's, but alright. Cutscene. Alright, so pretty crazy moment there. Our friend Thomas, rest in pieces. Yeah. Well, actually, not really even pieces, because that dude just swallowed him whole. But, alright, new Titan has been added to the guide, all that stuff. But man, that part was crazy. Like, just when everything... Oh, we got a mission for Sasha Brooks? Potato Girl. That's cool. But we're not going to do that now. We're just going to continue on with Aaron's story. And I'll probably end off this video after we reach the end of everything that we can do here. So let me go ahead and scroll down. Alright, we did that. Now it's time to go to Battle 2. And even though I was messing up, I was like effing up so hard on that mission before, I still got an A+. So yeah, this game's pretty lenient, I guess. But alright, Aaron has lost his chill. It's about to go in. Like, something about his voice in Japanese is just like so on point with how the character acts. Like, you know, sometimes it can just be very chill, very calm, and then at other times it just has this burning hatred and rage that makes you feel for the character. I think that's why I like it so much. But hey, look, it's our friend Moses, the guy who's actually... Hello! Wait! Wait! No! Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's right. Slash his hand off. Moses, you don't get to have some action. And sorry if that was actually really loud on the mic. I'm using a new mic right now, condenser mic, but I don't know if that picked it up really loud. But alright, it's time to kill my friend Moses. Alright, you can't be going around just smacking me like that. Hello? Look at this baby looking thing. Alright, there we go. Slash on the net. Ah! Wait! Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here ASAP. Okay. Where are the Titans? Okay. Alright, chop this dude's head off. The tiny ones, you can chop their heads off instantly, basically. What the heck? Wait! You can't be grabbing me like this. Armin! Friend, help me. Okay, this is ridiculous. Wait. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay, physical recovery increase. There. What the heck? Alright, there we go. Slash the heck out of this dude. Okay. So turn this direction. Okay, there he is. Are we gonna slash the booty? Oh no, okay, chop his leg off. Oh my god, look at this. This dude's going like Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, how do we... Oh my god, too weak. There we go. Alright, now he's dead. Okay, so map's not showing where the others are, so let me zoom out quick. Oh, this dude all the way over here. Okay, this is the target, friends. Ah, this is the abnormal. Okay. Okay, there we go. And there we go! Slice and dice this dude. Nice and Gillette Fusion Pro Glider. That close shave right in the nape of the neck. Oh, this is Mimika Kobayashi! Dang it. Why did I have to end the mission so fast? That part. Oh my god. I remember when I was first... No! I got a B rank! B for balls. God dang it. Well, so much for going for A+ like pretty much the entire playthrough. But, what was it? I was gonna say. I remember when I first saw that part, I was just like, holy crap, like, what? The main character dying already? Like, this is insane. And this was actually, like, my first anime, like, legit anime I actually watched. Well, it's weird. Okay, I watched Korra, The Legend of Korra before, which is pretty much a show that's in anime style, but you know how people get all these weeaboos. They're like, oh, it's not anime. It wasn't made in Japan. So, yeah, basically Attack on Titan was the first anime I watched, and when I saw that moment, it just completely blew my mind. I was just like, what? What is gonna happen? And we're gonna leave this video off here, and I'm gonna let you all wonder what happens for all the people who have not watched this anime. And if you haven't, by all means, fix that as soon as possible. You can watch it on Netflix. Like I said, I recommend watching it in Japanese because the voice acting is just so much better for it, even though, you know, you can't understand it, except for the subtitles there. But yeah, definitely Japanese over English. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you would like to enter for a chance to win a copy of this game, make sure to follow the rules in the description below. And next episode, we'll be going to Mikasa Ackerman's story. And who knows, maybe try out Sasha Bruce. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Anyway, thanks again for watching. See you all. Have a good day. Peace, Republic of Kobanamites.